Hello everyone, I'm Alex and welcome back to another video. Hopefully you guys are doing well. I'm trying to make this without doing any textbook YouTube stuff, but you're just gonna have to bear with the sighing and the offhanded looks around the camera, I guess. It's been rough coming back. I'm not feeling great. I mean, you guys can tell. I think that's the worst part, is that even when I'm trying so hard, so, I read the comments and it's just people could, they could tell, on a stream, and people could tell, people message me, but I don't know what to say.
So, before we get there though, we have to watch ImAllexx's hour and 42-minute response, and I am actually super stoked to watch this. I've been waiting. I've been trying not to get spoiled. My Discord server's been spamming me. If you're just joining us now, we actually just spent the last 2 hours reviewing the original allegations that were levied against Alex, because, I mean, recency bias is a thing. I think that you need to be kind of, like, he wants this to be said 10 months later, a year later, whatever. He wants this to be seen in isolation, so I've gone out of my way to make sure we're all caught up and we all remember what exactly he was accused of before we sit down and watch this. But yeah, this was the big tweet I saw today. Heartbreaking. ImAllexx has been found alive and well in his room. That's dude, that is one of the saddest things I found out. It was like, there was like some sadness, there was some happiness, right? Happiness was Alex finally responded. Sadness is that he's still alive. Anywho, let's get this thing on the road. We've got lots to do, lots to see, lots to cover. ImAllexx, here it comes. My response, similarly titled Pyrocynical video, was also released in the past, but nevertheless.
This video is my response to allegations made by my ex-girlfriend Alice Hez, who I was in a relationship with for the majority of 2023. Alice hit me, kicked me, emotionally, verbally, and physically abused me, as well as threatened me and blackmailed me.
Okay, so we're gonna have to stop what we're doing and start reading, because we've got a Mr. T Lexify video here, okay? Okay, dude.
With for the majority of 2023. Alice hit me.
Okay, we're on 1 frame per screenshot. Dude, I hate this. I hate that you've done this to me. You've made this more difficult for me to do my job. It's gonna get shown again.
Video is.
Can we skip this? It gets shown again.
My response. Made by my
per usual. Unexpected for him, though.
Girlfriend Alice Hez, who I was in a relationship with.
Dude, I love it. I love it. We're 5 seconds into the video. This guy's got no mana left, dude. He's at 1 HP.
This video is.
He looks like pirate software.
My response to allegations made by my ex-girlfriend Alice Hez, who I was in a relationship with for the majority of 2023. Alice hit me, kicked me.
Oh, fuck, dude.
We're
gonna have to go in like 2x here.
With for the majority.
No, we're gonna like 0.25x here.
2023. Alice hit me.
Okay, here. And you said you slapped me yesterday. Yes, I slapped your face 1 time. Name a girl who hasn't slapped a huge asshole. By the way, this screenshot was in the previous video, so we already know about this. This is something that we already knew last year. Now if she was kicked, this is new. I didn't randomly start kicking you. I probably pushed you away. Can you play the whole thing? I didn't kick you multiple times and hard. Then can we text? I'm trying, but like, okay, can we talk about this after? I didn't randomly start kicking you for no reason. And I'm sorry, I would have gone in more detail. I'm just a mess, okay? I know we were arguing. I did something. I can't remember what. Something dumb, like I was in bed naked and you told me to sleep downstairs and I ignored you. The kicking isn't new either. Oh, wait, no, yeah. Wasn't that... I feel like I remember that too, but I don't think that was in Jay Aubrey's video.
Emotionally, verbally, and physically abused me, as well as threatened me and blackmailed me constantly throughout our relationship. Alice has continued to harass me.
I've been told that these screenshots are going to reappear for like the duration of the video. We'll pause when they get here, but...
By posting false information about me, as well as fabricating stories about our relationship online to this day. All of this will be covered in detail in this video, and for full clarity, I will...
Grizzly. Now remember, we could skip most of these screenshots because there's only about 3 views the entire video, and some of them are taken in different ways, so it looks like a new screen... No, are you kidding me? He takes screenshots multiple times in different shapes to make them look like different screenshots. Is that a thing that he does? Are you fucking kidding me?
be reading from a document that I have written to make sure that this is treated with the seriousness that it deserves. Since our relationship ended,
Dude, I want to
Alice's
treat this
lie
with the
continuously
seriousness
for
it deserves. That's why I waited a fucking year to do it after everybody forgot what I was even accused of. Like, are you fucking kidding
last
me?
12 months, I was under a police investigation to friends, ex-girlfriends, and YouTube commentary channels.
Kavos reference,
Alice has
Kavos.
continued to make false allegations about me to this day and said that she had pressed charges.
But look how sad he is. Good. He should be fucking crying. Dude, nothing short of ulting would make me happier, dude.
Against me in a comment on TikTok. This is a lie, as at no point have I been interviewed, arrested, or charged with a crime. But Alice
Now, as far as I'm aware, unfortunately, I do have to be spoiled here just a little bit. From what I can tell, this is not a lie. He just claims there's no police report or anything like that. That's been, like, there's nothing of the kind that's happening right now. As far as I'm aware, Alex has a police report against him, but that's like the extent of it.
continues to slander me publicly with these lies. Alice said that future partners can check Claire's law, and later claimed she got me put down in the system.
It worked with Slazo, but didn't Slazo wait like 19 days? We just watched this. I'm pretty sure Slazo took less than a month to respond. This guy waited a full year. And as his friend King Ani said, innocent people don't stay silent for that long.
So that any future partners who know how Claire's law works can use this information to stay safe from me. The information that is accessible through Claire's law would be
Like, as far as I'm pretty sure that's what's happened, right?
criminal record, also known as a criminal history. All of this information is available on the Claire's Law website, which I will link in the description. Alice has said that Claire's Law can be used and that I am in the system, alleging that I am a convicted criminal or that I have a criminal record. Alice also says in the
Like,
same...
nobody thought he was convicted. What if he was convicted? There would be like police reports. He would have got arrested or something in the past year. I don't think there's a person on the planet that thought that Alex was convicted of anything. He got a watch. Wait, what watch is he wearing? I didn't see that. Oh, the Wiggler got a watch. Yes, thank you. By the way, thank you to Hellbent who made the new Wigglers. I gotta swap over the other Wiggler, but we got new Wigglers from Hellbent.
I don't respect you.
Hold on, a report doesn't mean you're arrested or even talking to an officer. Yeah, I'm kind of confused why point numero uno is she never called the police or made a police report, because like that seems like this is like Bo Black's. Remember when Bo Black's made the video on Creator Clash? Like, he went through and started guesstimating on their finances and like the books, and he was okay at it, but there was some stuff in there that obviously, like, if he had more information, he could have made some more educated predictions, right? But why would you ever make a YouTube video accusing people of stuff and talking about their books when they have possession of the books and all you have is a hunch? That's an extremely weird risk to take when they could literally just open a book, and if you're wrong, just prove it immediately that you're not, like, telling the truth, right? Why would you open your video by saying, like, there's no way she's contacted the police? That's, crazy.
messages that the police didn't do.
That's, like, an insane... And again, maybe, like, it could be a Hail Mary. Maybe she hasn't. Maybe there's no evidence of it because it never happened. Okay. But, like, it's still extremely risky. Oh.
As it would not is that the police didn't do anything at all. These statements completely contradict each other, as it would not be possible for the police to have done nothing, and for the police to have put me on the system as a convicted criminal or as someone with a criminal record. Alice's story continues to make no sense, as Alice later said that I was charged by police, but this would
What's
not
the
be
name of the guy? Keemstar Orbiter? Nick Oreo. Mr. Oreo.
Did you ever press charges against him? I did everything I could do. Yes. I don't think that, like, does that mean, like, the police charge him? That's not... I don't know if that's that. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know the language correctly. I don't think that's what he's saying.
Continues to make no sense, as Alice
She didn't confirm charges completely. No, she said, I did everything I could.
later said that I was charged by police, but this would not be possible if the police never did anything at
The police... It's been dropped. Okay.
all. Alice claims she had achieved her goal of getting me put on a list accessible via Clare's Law, and that she had saved people because of this. None of the statements made about the police investigation make any sense.
She did file a police report. I mean, yeah, we ultimately have it now. We didn't have it then, but we have it now.
Alice claims she had put me on a list that would require me having a criminal record and a caution from the police, but also says the police didn't do...
Clare's Law doesn't require convictions regarding reports filing DV. I'm pretty sure that's what I thought. But again, I'm not the guy to talk about UK law, right? I don't think Clare's Law applies in the United States, does it? Isn't there something else here?
Anything at all.
And again, I'm not even a guy to talk about American law, so I don't know.
This is because Alice is and
Dark
always
Web
was
EU a virgin? No, I am not. Why
do
would
people-
so many people be Googling that?
Thank you.
lying. I would like to make it incredibly clear. I have never been contacted, approached, or
Clare's
interviewed
Law is a policy, not even a list. Okay, there's no Clare's Law in the United States, yeah. He doesn't have any other screenshots to use, so he keeps reusing the J. Aubrey DM. Yeah.
by police at any point in my
And it's
life.
obvious that like the J. Aubrey DM is taken from much later. Right? I'm pursuing everything I can, and then it's like nothing happened months later.
And I do not have a record or any cautions. Claiming that I am a convicted criminal or have a criminal history is the first of many lies that will be covered in this video. There has at no point ever been a police investigation, but Alice has continuously lied to hide the truth about what really happened in our relationship and solidify the false narrative that she has built about me over the last year. Alice wrote all of these messages and posted the document knowing that the police investigation was a lie, as it would not be possible for Alice to share any information.
Okay, hold on. Whoa. She published the entire thing knowing the police investigation was a lie, but your screenshot for that is that nothing happened when she texted J. Aubrey when a video was made much later. I don't know, like, the whole foundational point of this beginning segment is that, like, there was never a police report filed. And then we're doing the whole, there's no charges, nothing happened. Then you have to ignore the fact that we literally have audio of this. Like, there's literal audio of this happening. And some of which, some of these comments are being made with video footage. Like, we got a face cam for the brick clip.
An ongoing case. A YouTube commentary channel called Samuel said that she had been—
Bro, the iconic Samuel, dude. Holy shit, I just gave that guy a new donation sound. The very iconic Samuel is in the video.
with the police instead of immediately taking it to social media when he spoke to Alice.
Hey, I just thought I'd
lyrics, bro, freshly fucking quit.
Come in to say that I've spoke to Alice.
Yeah, but no charge. I don't know if that, like, what does that mean? Yeah, okay, no, he wasn't charged. I'm shocked. You mean the YouTuber wasn't charged publicly, and there wasn't like a police report that we could pull up on the fucking on Google or whatever? We couldn't see the charges against him. I can't believe I'm just learning about this for the first time in 2025 that the famous YouTuber was not charged with domestic violence. This is a big reveal for Alex's video.
Of Alex. And I've also spoke to...
I was being sarcastic. No, I know, but like, that's literally Alex's fucking point. Is like, guys, big reveal, guys. I was never charged. No shit, dude. There'd be law channels talking about it if you were.
I never.
Bottom left is me. Dude, Smaggle on the screen, dude. Top mod. Top mod.
Now, Alice is dealing with this with the police as well. Has got the police involved. So instead of just immediately taking it to social media and speaking about it, has also got the police involved beforehand. And is dealing with it that way. She's going to the police about that, trying to get the situation sorted properly before she speaks about it online. Which is definitely a change. Usually people just immediately come online to speak about stuff and air it all out before going to the police.
This is a lie, as Alice had already posted months before she had released the document that I was on Clare's Law and a comment on TikTok.
Okay. Here's my statement on the situation, and this is a comment on TikTok. By the way, this is what I was referencing in the very beginning of the stream. There was just some like deleted shit from TikTok. It was like impossible to find at the time. And there were just screenshots of it had been like posted. Right? Hopefully they know how to check Clare's Law.
In April 2024.
Let me Google
this would mean the police investigation had already finished and that I would have a criminal record 3 months after we had broken up, which would be impossible. Alice had also posted a video in April saying that she wanted to save the next girl that I would date.
Hey, I heard you were a wild one.
Yeah, these are the TikToks. Do you guys know why I said this shit wasn't actionable now? Does it make any more sense as to why I didn't run this story either, dude? Alice has posted this to, hey, I heard you were a wild one.
This clip is from a
Dude, yeah, dude. Nick, why are you not covering the ImAllexx alleged abuse allegations, dude? I have no clue. Yeah, Clare's Law is not a list. Isn't Clare's Law just like, if there's a allegation levied against you, they'll mention if any other previous allegations were made about that same person? Is that not how it works? Dude, I wish I knew anything about this.
What's the name of the guy? Keemstar Orbiter? Nick Oreo. Mr. Oreo.
Please do look up Clare's Law, because this point is very telling for where his head's at while making this video. Let me see. What is Clare's Law? Okay. How does it work? This is, well, Alex said it's accessible online, so we're going to check it out right now. Here we go. How to make a request under Clare's Law. A request under Clare's Law is known as a Clare's Law application, may be completed both online or over the phone. Alternatively, you may visit a police station. This is the most commonly used method for completing this form. These forms are vastly available on the internet for each police force.
Is Dark Viper EU a
Whoa.
virgin? No, I am not.
The fuck? Why
would
did
so
After
many
Effects
people
just
be
open?
Googling that?
The application form itself is very simple and straightforward. You're required to disclose your personal information, including your name, date of birth, address, and contact number. The police will ask you what the safest way to contact you is. Once the initial application is submitted, the police will complete their initial checks before contacting you to arrange a face-to-face meeting. The aim of this meeting is to gather some further information about the nature of your relationship to ensure the application is genuine and not malicious. You would need to be asked to provide your identification. Upon conclusion of the meeting, the police will meet other agencies to discuss the information you've provided. If the agencies find traces of abusive behavior or feel there's a risk of violence, they will consider disclosing this information. If the police deem it necessary to disclose their findings, they'll do so in person. Prior to any information being disclosed, you'll be asked to sign a document agreeing to the information that's provided to you, and that it will not be used for any other purpose nor passed on further. The process is done to follow strict confidentiality. The information is discussed in person so the officers can assess whether or not you are at immediate risk. How do I make a Clare's Law request? A disclosure for information regarding potential victims can be made under the Domestic Violence Disclosure Scheme. The request will fall under two categories: the right to know or the right to ask. The right to know application would be made by an individual in a relationship.
I'm about an
Hey,
hour behind.
thank you.
Why do BPD girls flock to people like Alex? I feel bad for her.
Because he's like an
Girls
e-boy.
like this, just at doing this shit to themselves lives at their point.
E-boys and e-girls tend to mate. I don't know what it is. That's probably it. Hey, we hit the goal. Thank you so much. I will be making another one. Astaphilash, do it. We've hit the goal. An individual may be able to apply for a disclosure request by... The right to know application would be made by an individual who's in a relationship, whereas a right to ask application would be made by a member of the public. An individual may be able to apply for a disclosure request by visiting a police station, on phoning 101, or contacting your local police via email. Most police forces also have an online application process available through all of their websites. After making initial contact with your local police force, an individual will have an initial meeting with the police to clarify the initial details. ID will be needed. These checks point out any immediate action that would be needed. So I think there's two things that are happening here. It sounds like he's completely misrepresenting what this is. Right to ask element, right to know element. It enables someone to request information about the police regarding a partner's previous history to see if there's ever been any history of domestic violence or violent acts. This allows police the freedom to proactively discuss any of the information they might have become aware about with a perpetrator has a new partner in a past history of domestic violence or violent acts. The police will check their record for the individual in relation to any convictions. If the record shows or suggests risk of a history of abuse or violent offenses, the police will then decide whether to share that information with you. In the event that the police do decide to share information with you, you'll be not provided with any records. Instead, this will be done via a face-to-face meeting. It sounds like this is just something that you can even submit online or directly to police. It does not require a conviction to even be have this information logged, right? And he's just massively misrepresented what it is.
And you know what else is massive?
I don't. The DV report doesn't seem to mean that there's charges filed. Yeah, I don't think that there were charges filed. I think that we would know if there were charges filed because it would have been like a fucking national news headline. Alex wasn't charged? No way. I can't believe I'm just learning this now. No one's ignoring the behavior that she's acknowledged. What's happening up here? I don't even see where that is. Where is end times? Am I in live chat? I don't even see who wrote that. TLDR, if Alex genuinely believes Alex is full of shit, then he'd be taking her to court, not making a shitty video. And the thing is, in where Alex lives, the defamation standard is extremely fucking, like, in his favor. You know what I mean? You can do a defamation in UK is scary, bro. I wouldn't want to be a YouTuber over there. You saw what fucking Deji did to Kavos? Being in the UK is extremely fucking sketchy for defamation lawsuits. Alex is relying on everyone to be dumber than him, because he literally says you can Google this, and I Googled it. Whether a disclosure of information should be made, what can and cannot be disclosed. It sounds like to me my most charitable interpretation of what Clare's law is for Alice is that she went to a police station. They probably told her what Clare's law was, or maybe a friend told her what Clare's law was. So she had just assumed by making this report, it would then immediately be used upon any future interaction where somebody goes to the police about Alex. They'll be like, hey, listen, this situation with this guy you're dating, there's been a previous girl who did X, Y, and Z. And that seems to be what she thinks has happened here. That's what I'm getting out of this whole situation, is that she's filed a report with the police department. She's like submitted to Clare's law. So in the future, if somebody's ever in a position where Alex is like abusing them, or they need to go to the police to talk about Alex, it'll then reference back to Alice's previous stuff that she filed. And somebody in the chat said the police report was from May 2024. I don't know here. Yeah, June 3rd. Good afternoon, Alice. Discussing our telephone call, please. So eventually she does post evidence of this, but we don't have it at the time, so we're not going to look at it right now. But yeah, that seems to be what's happened here. And obviously June 3rd, when that email came back, was prior to when she'd gone public with it. And she went public on the 13th. But while she was sitting here, I guess, discussing this, I guess she was considering her options earlier.
This clip is from a stream 2 months after...
Basically, it's a paper trail for fuckery. That's a good way to write it. Wait till you get to the part... Okay, I don't want to hear that part yet. I'll get there when I get there.
Alice had posted videos and comments about me. Samuel says Alice does not want to come out and talk about this until after the police investigation had taken place, which was a lie. This is not how anything is unfolded publicly at all. Alice has been posting about me constantly and also released an entire document about me after lying that I was on Clare's law. She did not wait for a police...
But we don't know if that's a lie, I guess.
This is not how anything is unfolded publicly at all. Alice has been posting about me...
I don't... Why? These messages are from September. The police report was done in fucking June.
Constantly, and also released an entire...
Why are so... Wait, 1 minute ago.
Whoa, anything is unfolded...
Do we have a tipster moment here? Wait.
...publicly at all. Alice has been posting about me constantly, and...
Bro, Alex was literally seeing these in real time. Dude, tipster moment. Holy shit. 58 seconds Alex got that screenshot in. Wow.
Also released an entire document about me.
Yeah, dude, he's sitting here like he's been constantly talking about me. Because she like there were the TikToks. Those are legit. Alice was absolutely not sure what she was doing, or she was just fucking leaking some of the stuff she was going to say in like very small bits and pieces to talk shit about Alex on TikTok prior to the police report. That definitely did happen. But why are so many of these screenshots after the police report was filed? And when's Jay Aubrey's video? When's that screenshot from where they said the police did nothing? Just so we can timeline this a bit. ImAllexx. And even when the video was released, that doesn't mean they just spoke. Because Jay Aubrey probably has his video production going on in... with like different editors and scripters. It's probably like Tom's, where like a video could be in the process of being made 3 months earlier than it actually releases. ImAllexx. Jay Aubrey. 5 months ago. So this video by Jay Aubrey came out in October of 2024. And then we're seeing screenshots here on screen being shown by
posted
Alex.
videos and comments about me. Samuel says Alice does not want to come out and talk about this until after the police investigation had taken place, which was a lie. This is not how anything is unfolded publicly at all. Alice has been posting about me constantly and also...
So we see stuff in these screenshots from September. If she texted Jay Aubrey prior to like October 22nd, it's possible at that point she'd already known that the police report went nowhere, right? He's been stalking her since then. I mean, wouldn't you be too if you're being accused?
Also released an entire document about me after lying.
Bro, I think that like if you're being accused of something, I guess either like whether you did it or not at that point, right? Like you're gonna you're gonna have somebody logging in and checking all her shit.
That I was
You're gonna have a tweet loader, bro.
On Clare's law. She did not wait for a police investigation.
And if there was a report filed, that doesn't mean the police are obligated to tell you because it's about TV. Yeah, so far, this is kind of a waffle in the first 4 minutes. I thought we would get a little bit... Dude, I mean, the thing is, if you're going to wait a year, doesn't mean that you're fucking guilty, right? But you got to come in swinging. The reason why Slazo, after 19 days, fucking came back...
What's the name of
and became a meme is because he, like...
Orbiter?
He kicked ass.
Mr. Oreo.
Dude, Slazo waited 19 days, came back, and literally raised hell. This guy waited a year, and he's like, you didn't even file the police report, and was immediately fucking...
What's the name of the guy?
Denied.
Keemstar Orbiter? Nick Oreo. Mr. Oreo.
Oh my god.
OMG, who wants to get matching piercings at Claire's bliss?
Because she knew there wasn't one. And Alice later admitted...
Alex, it's fucking... I never...
that this was the case.
It's Claire's
and that the
fucking
police
list,
didn't
dude,
do
not
anything.
Claire's fucking
list. At one
list.
point, Alice claimed I hadn't responded as she speculated that the police had contacted me, and that was why I hadn't replied. Alice was upset this message had been leaked in a YouTube video, as she hadn't intended for it to be posted publicly, as it would be incredibly clear that she was lying about the police investigating me to the point where she was actively speculating and telling lies when questioned about it. At this time, Alice...
Wait, what?
...intended for it to be posted...
Hey, since it was reported because I came out public, I heard from them and Alex. I asked for an update a few days ago. I'm still waiting to hear from anyone, but I assume his silence could be from them contacting him. Okay.
Replied. Alice was upset this message had been leaked in a YouTube video, as she hadn't intended for it to be posted publicly, as it would be incredibly clear that she was lying about the police investigating me to the point where she was actively speculating and telling lies when...
But, like, there's no expectation based off that you'd be contacted. I don't think Alice ever claimed that you got charged or arrested. Right? Like that, even the screenshot that you showed, I mean, with like the most direct possible interpretation, I guess you could make that argument.
Questioned about it. At this time, Alice reached out to my ex-girlfriends privately and asked my ex-girlfriend Jess to plan a statement to back up hers, lying about the involvement of the police to convince people that her story was the truth.
Wait, I'm confused. Is Jess... Which one was Jess? Jess was the one who already made a statement in 2020. Jess released her initial statement in 2020. It's not weird for Alice to reach out to Jess about the possibility of making a new statement if she'd already fucking released a statement 4 years ago. That's actually... like the first person that you'd think to talk to. And I wouldn't have caught that if I didn't watch that Jay Aubrey video right now. But yeah, so
Alice.
She reached out to Jess to try to get more teammates on somebody who'd already publicly accused Alex of like weird behavior.
Lying about the involvement of the police to convince people that her story was the truth. Alice has continued to post about me and harass me to this day, despite stating in her document that she was going to move on with her life after it was released in June. Since Alice's
Who cares, dude? If you're guilty, why would... Like, if you are guilty, and if stuff that is in this video, like, why wouldn't she be able to talk about it in the future? I guess. Yeah, she said she wants to move on. Like I said, I'm going to release a new video this year. But we all know that's probably not going to happen, right? Like, I don't know.
Document, she went on to post many things.
Like, dude, she accused you of threatening to bash her skull in the head with like you were gonna bash her to death with a brick, right? I don't really care that she said she was gonna stop being mean to you on Twitter. When are we gonna get to the skull bashing, right? When are we gonna get to the hitting and kicking? I guess I don't really. This is all extremely minor stuff.
Things on Twitter.
This is so minor. The Oracle of Sexual Assault is probably going to try to get to the bottom of it, dude. I don't like this is so... Dude, she lied about the police report. I don't think that... Like, at best, that's like a 10% point. And then it's like, she lied about not talking about me anymore. That's fantastic, dude. But like, why did you Sparta kick her across the kitchen? And did you Sparta kick her across the kitchen?
TikTok add in statements that contradict her story. One of the contradictions made was in a series of tweets Alice.
What is the brick video? The video where he is on face cam saying that he's going to bash her skull in with a brick. That is the brick video.
Asking for YouTubers to reach out to her.
The fact that private DMs get put in videos, but this is the same screenshot again. Wait, this is the same screenshot but longer. You're right. This is the same one. This is literally the same one but longer. And it's like sized differently, maybe? Or yeah, it's sized differently, so it looks slightly different.
So she can do interviews for their videos on the false police investigation after her document was posted.
Dude, Alex is so hyped that Alice made this one tweet in August, otherwise this video wouldn't exist.
Alice did multiple interviews where she has lied about me having a criminal record via Clare's law.
This is the same Jay Aubrey DM again, okay. And he's still talking about dude, he hasn't earned this. You don't get to repeat it 52 times in the first minute of the video. What is fucking, I'm getting a headache already. What's happening?
Did multiple interviews where she has lied about,
like, he just jumped up to 2 HP and then played the same fucking clip again. He could literally put himself talking.
Keemstar Orbiter, Nick Oreo, Mr. Oreo.
This feels like an editing mistake. Liam said he wasn't going to cover Alex's response video to focus on his music stream. Such a missed opportunity. Don't fucking bash him for that. I will defend the fuck out of him. If he wants to leave drama, all right, there's no better test than when you get put into a high profile video. If he really wants to move on and push his new channel, good for him. Why should he come back and cover this? Most people in his position who just left would absolutely turn around and just bite that fucking hand and immediately take that hand out. And you know what? Good on him for not doing it. Good on him for doing what he actually set out to do.
About me having a criminal record via Clare's law and being under investigation by police.
Plus, if he did that, then it would be one more person who's covered this before me, and I would have had like 3 less viewers in here.
Lied about me.
Who's Liam? Fucking Liam is ImAllexx. ImAllexx goes by Liam now.
Having a criminal record via Clare's law and being under.
Oh yeah, what's this message? Hi Alice, hope you're doing okay. Just messaging because I'm going to do a follow-up on the ImAllexx stuff. Clearly he's choosing to be silent right now, but I'm curious. Wait, is this Jay Aubrey? Hi Alice, hope you're doing okay. Just messaging because I'm doing a follow-up video on the ImAllexx stuff. Clearly he's choosing to be silent right now, but I'm curious if that's an official investigation or not. I just want to make sure that I verify everything, not to spread false information. Hope to hear from you soon. Hey, since it was reported since I came out publicly, I haven't heard back from them or Alex. I've asked for an update a few days ago, and I'm waiting to hear from anyone. I assume the silence could be from them contacting him, but I doubt it. I can't confirm until I have an update. So it's like they could have contacted him, but I don't know if they're going to or whatever. That's okay. I just wanted to confirm that that was the case. Appreciate the quick response.
Under investigation by police.
It just sounds like, I don't know.
She continued doing this for months. And
that's the same message again. Yeah, we just read that. It's that but longer, dude.
These lies have been shared in many videos. Alice said that she can give updates and that people should message her directly, even though in these messages, Alice said that she hadn't received any updates or heard anything from police at all. She told YouTubers
Someone in chat just said this only exists because of you. Look, listen. All right, look here. Look, listen. If you told me that the reason why Alex threatened his girlfriend to bash her brains in with a brick was somehow because of something that I did, that would be the most awesome reality ever. If I could have contributed to the mental state that created that unhinged moment, it would go on to be like the most memeable viral clip of him that he's ever produced. That would be so fucking awesome. So you saying that, okay? Lying about that, to try to like paint me as some manipulative villain to the story. I wish that was the case. You're not making me mad when you say stuff like that. That would be so fucking funny if that was real, but it's not. Unfortunately, I can't will that into existence. Like, imagine I just set off Alex that one day, and that was the one bad day where everything. Dude, I would literally wear that as a badge of honor. Unfortunately, it's not the case. So, sorry. Yeah, Nick made Alex call his girlfriend the N-word. Yeah, clearly, dude. It's the only way it could have happened.
Didn't share information until everything with the false police investigation had finished.
And Alice as well, speaking to her, she does
In the future, you're gonna invent time travel, go back and invent the brick. Dude, that would be awesome, yeah.
want to like come out and speak about this like eventually after like all the police stuff, and just wants to be able to get all the information. She's got proof as well, and she wants to be able to get all that out there once she's spoken to the police properly.
This story at no point has made any sense, as Alice says that she...
I don't think that this story makes... Chat, in current day, does her story make sense about her interacting with the police? Am I biased here? I could be biased. I'm willing to take... I'm willing to take some criticism, chat.
Help you maximize your money, all right?
I'm making a VOD here. I don't want to be super biased. To me, her story seems pretty reasonable so far. And at the very least, if he's poked some holes through it, it's not enough to justify basically saying that, like, to throw everything out, she's a total liar. Because that's why this section is here, right? She lied about the police. What else hasn't she lied about? But I feel like that's not...
Nick DeOrio. Mr. Oreo.
I feel like he hasn't quite earned that, right? Maybe I'm wrong. Alex threw the brick, the brick that was heard round the world. Your Wiggler with the watch is super cute. Let me put the other Wiggler here. This is the new Wiggler. Bang. Big Wiggler. Dude, Hellbent upgraded the Wiggler, dude. I got rosy cheeks in this one. Crazy. This is like Invincible Season 3 on the right, and then the Invincible trailers for Season 3 on the left. Let me move this here. Thank you, Hellbent, for the upgraded URR Wiggler with the GMT configuration, dude. Damn. Can you explain the origin of Wigglers? Oh, Queeman stole them from me, who was stealing them from Keffels, dude. It's the only way.
Would only post about this after the police investigation had finished, but then continued to say that the police were involved months after she had posted her document, which once again shows that...
Okay, wait. Once everything with the police is finished. So she hadn't heard back from the police. So it's reasonable for her to think that there is something that's still going on, right? It's not like malicious to say that she hasn't heard back from the police. If she never hears back from the police, she might have just not, like, she might have expected to, it's like reasonable that she expected to hear something back from the cops and never did, right? I don't know why this is, what is this full screenshot? I haven't read this. Have you seen the post of her literally hitting him and strangling him playfully and he's flinching? I'm excited for his response of things. They're both as bad as each other. So this was like already kind of sitting here. Are you taking the piss? They're for videos? They're literally for videos. He was literally joking to sit there and say that we're bad as each other from a bit in a video. Oh, because this is when that clip came out and she was saying, oh God, it was in the Jay Aubrey one. What did she call him? Like a little man or something? Like it was a bit for a video that was being taken as like abuse. Like recorded live on camera. When he did those things he did and said the things he did, it was disgusting. If it was equal, it was just as bad. Why the fuck would I come out about it for him to come back and say all that? But he hasn't, but he can't because it wasn't. And it wasn't equal. It wasn't just as bad. Don't come at me on my own page and defend the guy that has given me PTSD for the rest of my life. I hope one day you can open your eyes to what you've actually seen and can tell the difference between a joke bit and a video where he's actually aggressively swinging his arms and telling me he wants to kill me. That wasn't a fucking bit in a dumb YouTube video just for you to dismiss everything I went through because you want to have his meat in your mouth so bad. I'm not afraid of giving you any more evidence or context. If you're so set on this narrative, I can easily break that down for you because if you read that statement, you'd see I have plenty more evidence and I can release it now because everything with the police is finished. So by September, she's like, all right, the police are not going to interact with this anymore. Now I can just start posting more shit. I don't know where the lie is. Here. Calling him Gull. Oh yeah, she called him Gollum, which is based. At one point, Alice, I did see on Twitter, said that she was going to do a live stream. And this tweet's still up. Yeah, she was like, I don't want to do a full video. I might do a live stream. And my thought was like, don't do that. I am already seeing how this is being clipped. Do not go on a live stream and try to discuss this to an audience. Like, you'd be giving him exactly what he wants.
That Alice was lying the entire time. Alice claims she can provide updates to YouTubers in this tweet, but made an excuse to people she was arguing with on Twitter that the reason she couldn't provide updates to them was because of the fact that there was a police investigation and that she wasn't allowed to share anything until it was finished. And that now it had finally finished, she could share more information again. This makes no sense, as Alice had already shared an entire document about me.
Dude, this is like when the Destiny shit was going on. Why does everybody have the fucking voice of the power washer?
Again. This makes no sense, and that now it finally finished, she could share more information again.
Dude, everyone has the power washer Facebook meme voice where it's like, today I got a quote from a customer and he said that he wanted me to power wash his patio. And I told him that I needed to go see it first before we did the job. Then I gave him a quote and he said that we could do the patio on Tuesday. So I put him on the schedule. Everybody talks like this when they're fucking getting accused of something.
And that now it finally finished, she could share more information again.
You can hear it, right? Like the power washer inflection.
Makes no sense, as Alice had already shared an entire document about me.
So I sent Alice a quote, and then we put her on the schedule for next Wednesday afternoon.
Was then asking people if she could continue to share more information about me in interviews on her Twitter that were then posted onto YouTube. Alice wrote right at the end of her document that for legal and obvious reasons, she wouldn't attach all the evidence she has.
I feel like I do it too. I'm nitpicking here, but I've definitely done that.
But in due time, it
that's not good.
may be made public. Not only is this not how police investigations work, but Alice has not posted more evidence since, despite saying the supposed investigation had now ended. This is because there never was—
Dude, this is the fucking same screenshot again, dude. I can't. Oh no, maybe it's not. I mentioned in my statement that I wouldn't be releasing anything until he ever responded and try to avoid accountability. It's been dropped by police. Don't do it. No, this is the same screenshot.
It was an investigation.
I've seen this screenshot so many times. I just got gaslit into thinking it was a different screenshot. I'm actually fucking seething right now. We've literally, dude, why does he call this police investigation? He should just call this repeating myself for 6 minutes.
Impossible.
This is a fucking hour-long video, and it's an hour and 42 minutes because he repeats himself. I guarantee it.
Alice to share anything at all by her own admission if they're actually—
The highlight is tricking me. There's so much bullshit so far in this fucking video that I can't even play a video game. Hold on, dude. Dude, I'm hopping in, bro.
Ever was a police investigation in place. Alice has continuously lied and claimed that this was the only thing stopping her from releasing information, and she acknowledged this herself in this tweet and when speaking to YouTubers. The reality is, there never was a police investigation, which Alice later admitted to. This is why Alice decided to publicize a heavily edited version of events to damage my reputation with false stories and lies like
yeah, so you're hearing it, right? She lied about the police investigation. That means she lied about everything else. So it's all a lie, as if we don't have video footage of the things that we're condemning.
I'm a convicted criminal.
Is this really lolly?
Oh, God. About a romantic partner's criminal history.
Criminal record.
But you don't need a criminal record to make a claim to Clare's law. But that also doesn't mean that, like, the thing that was sent to Clare's law would be something that was suitable. Like, even if she thinks that this thing is like, oh, Clare's law, they'll absolutely tell a future partner, it might not have reached the threshold that the police would need to, or feel like the need to inform a future partner of Alex's, right? And it's also such a niche thing. Like, I hate to be the guy. I don't really understand Clare's law. They're only intervening if you go to the police. If you're going to the police already for domestic violence. I mean, so many women don't ever actually make it to police. I guess it helps, like, when they don't have evidence that other people, I guess, have reported. That's probably the utility. But at that point, like, it has to help with the police end of it. I don't think, like, hearing, oh, this person's had other issues. Like, if you're going to the police, you're ready to fucking get this guy, right? Yeah. Clare's law is for future incidents. Yeah, but they're not intervening prior to finding out. Like, they're not just knocking on the door saying, hey, dude, your boyfriend domestically abused somebody years ago. So just a heads up for that. It's like you already have to go to the cops. So you're already like, something bad already could have happened before this Clare's law, quote unquote, saves anybody. But I guess the utility is for cases saying like, hey, 3 women have accused him. And this 4th one is giving a pretty compelling story. Maybe you have to inquire. No, it's an inquiry thing. We pulled it up before. It's not an inquiry thing. The police can disclose it. Unless I don't know, I'm speaking way out of turn right now. I really shouldn't be no-youing my chat, but we literally pulled this up on stream a couple minutes ago. And if you go in there, it specifically says that the police can use their disclosure, like their own discretion on whether they're gonna go forward with here. Prior to anything being disclosed, you'll be asked to sign a document agreeing with the information. Information is disclosed in person so the officers can assist whether or not you're at immediate risk. No.
I'd like to give a big shout out to Nicholas DeOrio.
I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong here. I'm pretty sure that they take advantage of the applications and the stories, and then if another case comes up, they'll disclose it.
Is a virgin? No, I am not. Why would so many people be Googling that?
Alex should take notes from JF if he wasn't a complete imbecile.
Hey, we hit the goal. Thank you. Yeah, I guess I just don't really see the utility of, like, in the UK, is there a culture to, like, instead of doing a background check, to go to the police and ask them if my boyfriend is a domestic abuser? Is that something they do over in fucking, in the UK? I feel like here that's, like, insane. Nobody ever wants to go to the police. Even when they're getting hit, they don't want to go to the police. And it's like, in some cases, it's like if you go to the police, that could be seen as like an aggression thing. And even though you haven't reported him, like you'd feel like you're in danger for doing so. I don't know. Okay, I don't want to bash the fuck out of Clare's law. I don't really understand it, but I'm not married to a position saying it's bad or good or something. I imagine it's got utility.
Time gathering information and evidence as Alice has continued to lie about me and the abuse she put me through during our relationship, whilst blackmailing me and threatening me. Alice has created a one-sided narrative that does not...
Dude, I'm just glad that I went through this whole conversation and there wasn't like a single person in my chat just now who's like, here's an idea. Men they shouldn't just beat their fucking girlfriends, dude. Why don't they just like not beat their girlfriends, dude? We wouldn't need Clare's law if men just didn't beat their girlfriends, dude.
Show the reality of what had happened during our relationship. Due to Alice's constant posting about me and my own personal issues, my response has been delayed many times, and all of this will be covered for...
We need the hero to turn around and say, hey guys, I just wanted to come out and say that domestic violence is pretty bad. I think domestic violence is pretty bad, okay? I think that we as a society should try to not do domestic violence, okay? Yeah, as if only it was that simple. Yeah, I mean, the reason why this exists is because fucking crazy people do crazy shit, yeah.
Throughout this video.
There should be an ImAllexx law.
Alice's
it's for anybody who's ever threatened with a brick. There's a whole separate list for you.
Story was questioned by people on Twitter. She responded with threats to leak my phone number whilst also insulting me and anyone who...
Hey guys, I just wanted to say here during Ultimate Rape Review that rape is pretty bad, okay? But we will take donations for it. Woohoo! Yeah, Jesus, that was kind of psychotic.
About these inconsistencies in her document. Alice would then block these people after arguing and insulting them for replying to her posts as they were highlighting many of the inconsistencies and lies that Alice had made. Alice changed her Google document multiple times to hide these criticisms and has cropped messages that showed her using the same...
Okay, whoa, dude, hold on, wait, whoa.
As they were highlighting many of the inconsistencies and lies that Alice had made. Alice changed her Google...
Okay, I mean, dead ass, just open it. I see this while reading. Wow, this Google document has changed. What is the change?
Document multiple times to hide these criticisms and has cropped messages.
So I was pulling apart the document that dropped on ImAllexx, and I'm noticing a few of the screenshots have been cropped interestingly, as they were cropped within the doc itself, so Google preserved the rest of the image. Okay, so we're exposing her for saying the N-word? Okay. Alright, that's an interesting argument number 2.
Is Dark Fiber EU a virgin?
Alright.
No,
so
I'm not.
she said that.
Why would
and
so
also,
many people be Googling that?
Dude, she was in the racist N-word group chat. Okay, that's good. The racist N-word chat, yep.
Is that showed her using the same racial slurs that she had accused me of bringing into our relationship, as it directly contradicted her story. This was unacceptable.
Wait, okay, so I don't believe that... Alright, just to be clear, I can pull up videos from you in 2016 saying the N-word. It's not like you invented... Like, it's not like Alice met you and was like, hey there, Alex, I know you're... I watch your content, dude, but I know there's one thing that's missing, alright? Racial slurs.
Behavior, and I deeply regret using such horrific language, and this...
Like, I mean, there's a clip on my soundboard of this. I don't... This is like, optically, this is probably not the right thing to do. But I think I literally have Alex on my soundboard from 2016
hello.
saying it. Well, Alex. We're gonna have to cut this out later.
Nigga.
Like, I mean, I can literally pull up clips of you saying it prior to dating her. Yeah.
Will be further addressed in this video. Alice has erased any evidence that these events had taken place or that she had been at any point abusive physically, verbally, or emotionally towards me, and this proceeds throughout her entire document, which has since been edited multiple times, which was pointed out by a user on Twitter. Alice's entire story has been built on lies, and in this video I will be showing screenshot evidence that directly refutes the claims that she has made against me, as Alice intentionally left out hundreds of text conversations that would disprove her stories.
Yeah, but Alex said it, but she's saying, okay, so he's arguing that she used the N-word too, so it's wrong to say that, like, he brought that into the relationship. Like, we couldn't possibly know. It's like the chicken or the egg. Who yelled the racial slur first? If they were both saying, I don't know. And again, this is another point, right? Point number one, I was never charged with a crime. Despite the fact that you heard the stuff that I've said to her, I was never literally charged with a crime. So we've got like the we have Dr. Disinfect, okay? Then, point number two, Alice said the N-word. These are both things that we have known for a full fucking year. So you've got to bring something new, I guess. Like, these are things that we knew last year when we were covering this. Literally, Beckett, our like friend of the channel, Beckett, is the one who exposed this.
Created. Instead, it would show that Alice...
And again, yeah, why are we talking about who brought the N-word into their white relationship when we could be talking about why he was going to bash his girlfriend in the skull with a brick? That's a good point.
Had been abusing me for our entire relationship, and that she has not stopped her...
Okay, she's not stopped harassing me. What's he doing now? He's still working for YouTubers behind the scenes. They know who they are. Like, again, I don't know, is this not a justified thing? So, okay, like, oh wow, you mean my disgruntled ex-girlfriend still hates me in current day? Okay.
Harassing me for the last year. Alice has made tweets stating that I do not have any trauma from our relationship together and that she never hit me. These statements are untrue.
Yeah, this is absurd to say that I've never given anyone abuse or trauma, especially when she's conceded that she slapped him.
Have any trauma from our relationship together and that she never hit me. These statements...
Okay, but she specifically has said that she hit you.
Stating that I do not have any trauma from our...
So if any, at best it's a contradictory statement, but we knew that she hit you.
And that she never...
But I didn't abuse him emotionally or physically.
Never hit me. These statements are untrue, and in fact Alice admits to slapping me and pushing me in
Okay, so he's acknowledging that we already know this information.
Another in her own document. Alice had also been kicking me...
Like, dude, he's pulling up the statement that we read on stream a year ago, as in, like, this is evidence that, like, exonerates him that we already have.
Which she admitted to me on Facebook Messenger after she had lied that I was on Clare's Law. And all of this will be covered separately throughout this video. Alice has done all of this despite claiming she was never physically abusive at any point in our relationship.
This is the same screenshot from 20 seconds ago.
After in her own document. Alice had also been kicking me, which she admitted...
If I scroll back, you genuinely wouldn't know, because it's looping.
...point in our relationship, which is a lie, as Alice was...
My brain is exploding right now. The neurons are firing.
...abusing me regularly, which...
I think this video is trying to confuse me. I've never felt gaslighted by a static video before. I think this video is designed to confuse me.
She is hidden and now lied about publicly. Alice also posted...
It's probably just a rant video that he cut down into like a consumable piece of content. And he did a bad job.
What's the name of the guy? Keemstar Orbiter? Nick Oreo. Mr. Oreo.
But like, what the fuck, dude?
A series of tweets and an argument on Twitter stating that I do not have BPD, also known as borderline personality disorder. Alice has even gone as far as diagnosing...
Whoa.
BPD. Alice also posted a series of tweets and an argument on Twitter.
Blacks. Oh, wait, so Alex really has borderline?
Stating that I do not have BPD, also known as borderline personality disorder. Alice has even gone as far as diagnosing me as a narcissist in her document, and she claimed that...
You are a narcissist! And they diagnosed me?
Alice has even gone as far as diagnosing me as a...
What? He is a narcissist. Wait, when a narcissist meets an empath, so I've diagnosed you as a narcissist? What?
Narcissist in her
What is this fucking video?
document, and she claimed that she is an empath. I was diagnosed by my psychiatrist.
Oh my god! Oh my this is the meme. Like, hey dude, I'm a retarded fucking slur, dude. Please don't use this information to bully me. Hey, here's some super embarrassing shit. Please don't use this information to bully me. Dude, guys, look at my diagnosis. I have fucking BPD. Look at, like, I have been legally fucking relegated to dating Destiny. Holy shit. Holy shit, dude. Oh my god. Oh my god, bro.
Make sure you look at the date on his doc, Nick.
Look at the date on his doc. Bro!
I always do the possible.
Wait, he got diagnosed a month after she put the statement out. Oh my god. Oh my god, dude. This guy was literally like, he lied. Wait, when? Okay, but when did he? So she wouldn't have known he was diagnosed, right? But like a month after the statement, he goes and gets a fucking diagnosis. Holy shit! This is so fucking funny, dude. This guy is literally legally determined to be Destiny's future girlfriend. Okay. Holy shit. This guy's nudes are probably floating through Destiny's phone right now. That's crazy. If the patient is currently under the care of another medical health service, please forward this report to the other service. Please inform us. Okay, dude, and someone just said, like, brought up Zaptai because he called him a diagnosed sociopath. That was that was Ed. Ed called himself that, so that's not really a fair criticism. Oh god, hold on. Can I just I need to read this. I need to read his fucking thing. Why has nobody made the image saying, here is a fucking pathetic thing about me or whatever? Please don't use this against me. I need that, but Alex. All right. Alex engaged with the interview, and a good relationship was maintained throughout the assessment. He spontaneously answered all of the questions asked. At the time of the interview, his mood appeared to be subjectively and objectively euphemic with a reactive effect. During the assessment, no free-floating or somatized anxiety was I can't even read. Fuck, dude. Objectivable. Sleep was described as poor in quality, and he claimed to have a reduced concentration. He disclosed past binge drinking as a form of self-harm. He experienced some fleeting suicidal thoughts in the past, denied current thoughts and or present and past actual intent of a plan. His family and friends are protective factors. There appeared to not be a present thought, insertion, broadcasting, or withdrawal, neither perceived disturbances. Oriented in the time and space and person with acceptable insight to his condition, in that, although not only is able to articulate the reason for the assessment, he appeared genuine when he reported that he needed to address his rage outbursts and emotional instability. This guy literally got fucking exposed into a mental hospital. This is so fucking crazy. What is this? Forensic history. Never engaged in antisocial behaviors. Neither the police was ever informed. Drug and alcohol history. Past drinking. Constant misuse of cannabis. 2018. Binge drinking. What else is this? Diagnostic and formulation and plan. I believe I was able to gather a good account of Alex's personal history and medical state. Since the end of his relationship, his mental state appears to have massively improved. His what? Huh? His mental state has massively improved?
And you know what else is massive?
Okay. Back to what we were doing. And this is all about his relationship. That's crazy, dude. This guy got literally debated into mental illness. He also described inappropriate anger outbursts, and such episodes were often following feelings of guilt and shame. In summary, I believe that Alex might be affected from emotional unstable personality disorder. A discussion was held on symptoms and presentation of this disorder, and I explained to Alex that BPD is a serious mental health condition with complex needs, for which he should still be under...
Are you a virgin?
Hey, thank you.
No, I am not.
He should be
Why
under the
would
care
so
of a
many people
community
be
mental
Googling
health
that?
team. In order to receive the most appropriate treatment with multidisciplinary approach, a discussion was also held on how there are no medications approved for the treatment of this disorder, but the broad consensus on psychotherapy, namely DBT or MBT, as the primary treatment for borderline personality disorder. Hence, I recommend that Alex be referred to a local mental health team. Okay, this is so fucking crazy. The rare BPD male. Shock therapy? Is that what it is? This is if Boogie had cancer when the drama started. Yeah, wow. You can't be diagnosed in one day, so I have some questions about this, but lol. Yeah, so maybe he was in the process of getting the diagnosis, and it just happened to get, like, he was just unlucky enough to get it after this was revealed. So technically, it would make her statement, it wouldn't make her statement a lie, as much as it would be like, dude, holy shit, that's so fucking funny.
With what they believe to be emotionally unstable personality disorder.
Risk assessment section? Did I not read the risk assessment? Wait, where is that? Reason for assessment. I'm glad to assess Mr. Alex Elmsley, who self-referred to me upon concern of mood instability and anxiety. Oh, I missed this. I actually missed this completely. My bad. Risk assessment. Risk to self blank, past binge drinking, risk to others denied, present and past history, physical aggression to others, past history of verbal aggression to former girlfriend. Wait, what? Whoa. So wait, they deemed him like fucking, whoa. All right, so a medical professional, he's given us evidence that a medical professional says that he's gonna fucking blow his brains out, and he's a binge drink. I can only imagine the fucking thing that we can't see is that he's like a flight risk, right? Risk to self. I mean, maybe it's not that, but I have to imagine flight risk is what's in the black. Risk to, because it's mentioned up here, but risk to others. Denied present and past history of physical aggression, past history of verbal aggression to former girlfriends. So like he is a risk to others because of his verbal history, and he's denied the physical history part. And risk from others, no current risk, but he had a past relationship with an abusive partner. Oh, wow. So he denied it to his fucking health professional before he denied it to the internet. Wowzers. He literally confirmed he's absolutely conceded the verbal part. Yeah, 100%. The doctor said he would throw bricks at women, dude. Legally, it's been stated.
Also known as borderline personality disorder. I was then referred to my local community mental health team after the diagnosis from my psychiatrist. To claim that I haven't been diagnosed with BPD is untrue. Alice has made multiple tweets.
But you got diagnosed with it formally after the fucking statement came out. So how would any of these people know? Like, it's not a lie. Like, she's not maliciously lying about you if it only came after and the diagnosis was a result of you talking about what was in her document. If that's the formal diagnosis, yeah.
Spreading false information about my medical history, whilst continuing to lie during these arguments.
Yeah, it's not her fault. She can't see the future.
She has online regarding me. Alice replied to a tweet which she...
Oh, and it's crazy because these inconsistencies so far in the first 10 minutes of this video would absolutely be something that Alex would harp on if he was making a video on her. Like, if she made these same statements, it would be like Alex's fucking response. He doesn't have BPD and never had been diagnosed, so I hope that helps. Okay. And we're back to the same screenshot.
He believed was about me, where she denied that I have BPD.
I feel like you can speed this video up. You could probably speed this video up by watching like the first 5 minutes of any one section, and you'll know all of his arguments because he just repeats himself for so long.
In defense of me. When it was pointed out the tweets were not about me and that they were about another YouTuber, Alice tried to justify her ongoing posts.
Yo! Wait, no. Wait. Oh my god, this is about Josh. This is about Boblax. This isn't even about... This is... No, it is because that's me. I'm the... No. This is... Dude. You know the fucking Walter White, like this... Hold on. Dude, the Walter White, this is all about me clip. This one.
No, this whole thing, all of this. No, this whole thing, all of this. It's all about me.
No, it's about Boblax. Dude. So we're talking about Boblax faking BPD, and then Alice jumped in the replies because she follows me on Twitter. And then she says that, like, no, Alex never has it. And this Nicole person was fighting about it and then said that she had BPD.
As she thought the original...
And then I had to let Alice know
original tweet was in defense of me.
That it had nothing to do with that. And then Alex then had to include a screenshot of my Twitter account of me telling Alice that she's injecting herself into the Boblax drama. This is so fucking fun. How did I get in the video before Alex explains why he's gonna bash his girlfriend's skull in with a brick? I'm so fucking confused. How did Nick DeOrio go on screen before we found out why she's a good little dog?
Justify her ongoing posts lying about me as simply sharing information, even though nobody had asked, and she had said she wasn't going to post about me after the document was released due to the police investigation that she had.
Wait, Nicole is currently in my chat right now, dude. Nicole, did you know you were going to be Alex's point number 2 in his big follow-up video? Bro, wow.
Had lied about. Alice has continued to try and remain in control of the narrative surrounding me and my life.
Yeah, that's true. He's not a flight risk. Maybe he's like an anchor risk. You know, he's gonna tie bricks to his legs and jump in the water.
For the last 12 months by spreading many lies, including this one. Alice has opened her door.
Nicole, this is your Shelby 405 moment. Wait, is Shelby in the chat right now? This is the Shelby 502. This is your Shelby 502 reference.
Document by saying that I will make a contradicting response to the allegations that she has made against me, and that after posting her statement, she can move on with her life.
No, not Shelvo, not. All right, guys. In this next segment, we're gonna be. Hey, guys! I don't know if you know this. Pokimane is actually in the studio today, and she's gonna be discussing Alex. Okay. Pokimane, do you think ImAllexx is guilty?
Nicholas DeOrio.
Careful's appreciated.
Pokimane says that Alex is guilty. Does anyone else have any chat questions for Pokimane? Does anybody have any chat messages? Please put your questions for Pokimane on this situation. Well, I'll take if you at me in chat. I'll ask Pokimane for you. Here. Where is the ceiling? Where are the chirps, Pokimane? Does it clap? Pokimane, is this really lolly? Dude. How is the marriage coming along? Pokimane, how is your marriage coming along to Shelbo? I use witchcraft, and she said they're going strong, and they're going to continue. They're going to continue doing what they're doing. All right, guys. This is gonna be really weird if you didn't watch the non-Ethan videos in the past month. You're probably very confused at what we're doing with 3,000 people watching. Anyway, guys, sorry, Alex, we're only 10 minutes in and we've been watching this for like an hour.
This was a lie, as Alice has continued to post about me many times.
Dude, why did you pick me? Dude, for the 3,600 people who are watching right now, why did you pick to watch a 2-hour video of this guy repeating himself by a YouTuber who will talk over it for fucking 4 hours? Why did you do this, self? Like, why did you do this to yourself? You literally picked the worst person to watch, because I will sit here and I will break it down for hours.
Online to this day, as I have shown and will show throughout this video.
Oh shit, wait guys, new screenshot?
Post about me many times online to this day, as I have shown and will show throughout this video. Alice claimed that
Dude, the only way this video could be better is if Alice switched to like an AI Peter Griffin meme channel, but still kept talking about Alex. Astaghfirullah, Stewie! Thou shalt not beat thy neighbor's wife.
I threatened her not to come forward with her story, and repeats this when talking with YouTube commentary channels. Alice shows no proof of this, And that is because this is the exact opposite, as Alice had been threatening and blackmailing me throughout our relationship and months after it had ended. I had told my friends that Alice had been hitting me.
Wait, I'm sorry. Where is the blackmail? I have to pause.
And that is because this is the exact opposite, as Alice had been...
Okay. Fix it up or I'll break your Star Wars shit. Good night. Going out with family early tomorrow. If you're here, don't bother because I'll be out.
Threatening and black...
Wow, what? You're a nightmare. Luckily, I don't expose all that shit. I just said I was looking forward to the house. Let me update my story real quick. Okay, I think I saw that. This was in the original messages, right?
Blackmailing me.
Then own it and stop messaging me. Say sorry publicly. I don't know what you want to do. Wait, what? Then own it and stop messaging me. Say sorry publicly. Why is this bad? Why publicly? Because of why you're messaging me. I think the first two are bad, but this one isn't bad.
Me throughout our relationship.
Man, stay the fuck away from you. You kicked me. Me, you psychotic freak. I'm not dealing with this. Keep going. It's adding to the report. Wait, she's threatening to file a police report for you kicking her? That's one of the threats? Alright, so he starts off strong. I'm gonna break all your Star Wars toys is like actually like probably a threat. Right? But this one is like, you kicked me. And you've threatened to call the police on me for domestic violence? Okay.
What's the name of the
And
guy
months off.
from Keemstar
Oh, wait.
Orbiter?
Dude, that
Nick
one
Oreo.
was
Mr.
literally
Oreo.
a frame. Holy shit, chat. What is the way to... Is it shift? No. What is the... Is it this? No. What? How do you... Does anybody know how to do frame by frame backing up? It's the fucking... This one. Or is it comma? It's not doing anything.
After it had ended. I had told my...
Okay, here, it is. Alright, what was the screenshot right before this? Because we literally need the... Dude, why is this one lingering, but the other one is just not... Okay.
To tell people she had been hitting me throughout our relationship.
Hold on.
After it had... As Alice had...
Okay, here. Boom. No, not ImAllexx, James Marriott.
Been threatening and blackmailing me.
Okay, here. So it should be this one. This should be forward. Okay. You kicked me. Okay, it's going to add to the report. This last one better be a damn good screenshot. Okay. I was talking, you were being mean and not understanding me. Okay, grow up. Stop taking it out on me. What's the point? Can't deal with it. Speak. Why don't you just start making a call and then shout at me in public and threaten to hit me? I was doing what you wanted. Wait, what? Can't deal with it. Speak. Just don't start making a call and then shout at me in public and threaten to hit me. I was doing what you wanted. You went too far. You did. I'm literally... What is this screenshot? What is happening? It's him saying, don't you do this stuff, and then her saying, I'm doing what you wanted, and this is a threat? But it's like Alex giving her all the information.
And months after it had ended. I had told my friends that Alice had been hitting me. Alice denied this on text when she found out and threatened to sue me if I continued to tell people she had been hitting me throughout our relationship. Alice says that my story will contradict hers, and that is because Alice knows that our relationship is not how she has portrayed it online. Alice
Do you have any screenshots of her talking about hitting you on occasions other than the one that, or the two that she acknowledged? Like, hitting throughout the entire relationship implies that there is some sort of issue that's happening on like a semi-regular basis. If you have, like, she has evidence of this discussion, wouldn't there be other discussions that you would have or she'd have access to that would talk about her? Oh, actually, you'd be able to pull up text from your friends talking about that.
Like, constantly, and I can prove this with the text evidence that she is intentionally not included.
Okay, we have more evidence here. Good. New things.
As it contradicts her own story. Alice says we had a huge fight.
Okay. Oh, fuck, dude. All right. Guys, I can prove this with text messages. Anyway, here's something that I typed into the Google document. Here's a piece of her thing.
Where I dragged her, covered her mouth, and put her in a headlock. And that this happened on the 19th of October, a few days after we
Okay. Oh, okay. We're getting some real shit now.
moved in with each other.
This is like one of the major allegations,
There
right?
are no texts from this time that even
Can I say
suggest that we
something
were
to you,
fighting or had
I
been in
really
a
like
fight.
you.
And that's
Why?
because this did not happen. On the 19th of October, Alice asked me to call, and the next text message was Alice asking me to sort out my bike in the garage. Later that same day, Alice asked me what's happening, and I tell her the cat had shut me in
What's happening? The cat shut me in the cupboard. Why are you in the cupboard? Are you going shopping? Because you have a recording soon.
the cupboard
And we need to eat.
because I was fixing our heating. And then that night we
I just saw Keffel's tweet on Nicholas DeOrio.
Thank you. Thank you, Dylan. Package. Okay, so there's not really much here.
texted about packages arriving the next day. At 1 past midnight, Alice tells me she'd made me pizza, and then on the 20th of October, Alice asked me what I want from the shop, and
Whoa!
tells me she'd
Come get your pillow for downstairs. Bear is headed to war now. What does come get your pillow for downstairs mean?
made me
Like, does that mean somebody's sleeping on the couch?
pizza, and then on the 20th of October, Alice asked me what I want from the shop, and then we go on to talk
I don't know what's happening here. Won't upload today, so I'll do chores in a second. Wait, why is he sleeping on the couch? It sounds like a doghouse couch sleeping. Goal time that. Oh, let me hit that. Bang. There we go.
about buying Pokemon cards. To claim we had a huge fight.
Dude, why are so many major YouTube dramas synced in Pokemon cards? Remember when what's his name got accused of like being abusive to his pregnant girlfriend, the Sabrina Alabrina woman or whatever the fuck her name is? Gus Johnson was trying to open Pokemon cards while his girlfriend was having like a horrible pregnancy pain of some kind, right? I feel like there was another Pokemon card related drama. Dude, Pokemon goes hand in hand with alleged domestic abuse.
Fight where I'd physically assaulted Alice is a lie. I never did these things Alice has accused me of doing, because this never happened. Alice has texted her mum and used this as proof that this event had taken place after screenshotting the text in real time, as the messages display the words today instead of the date that they were taken. Alice knew she would be using them in her document and that she had been planning this full story about me. Alice has used these texts to make it seem like
that's a massive allegation, dude. You know what else? I'm kidding.
Like I had physically.
All right, so this is actually like a pretty sizable thing for Alex to push back on, saying that all of this stuff is fabricated and that this is evidence that she has basically made all of this stuff up.
Assaulted her when this never happened. This isn't the only time Alice has used similar proof to claim something had happened which had never taken place at all, and she does this many times in her document. Alice provided a list of events that she had written herself directly into her notes app as evidence and has attached them to her document as proof. But Alice was still writing these stories after she had said that she had moved out, which shows that these were written at a later date retroactively for this document. Anyone could have written down anything on any date and claimed that it was true.
I mean, absolutely. The issue isn't that like there are the issue isn't that like the problem here is there's so much audio and visual of Alex being like abusive, right? If there was no evidence and the only evidence they had was like, I wrote about it in my diary, nobody would take it seriously. But she shows like pages and pages and pages of them discussing this stuff. And he uses some of her screenshots in his videos. So like where are the fake screenshots and where are the real screenshots? I mean, yeah, good. Her diary isn't like the be all end all of like, you know what I mean? Like, oh shit guys, her diary entry isn't locked down, shut, and like, definitive, right?
For this document.
It's the video of him. Yeah, like I don't really understand how you get past the video part. I'm interested to see how he addresses it in here.
Anyone could have written down.
After a year, this is what he came up with. Well, this is a pretty sizable thing. It's like, hey, she has fabricated huge portions of this. And then it's just like, well, you kind of just have to take my word for it.
Down anything on any date and claimed that it was true. Writing down words.
Yeah, but it's no police. That's sus for me. Well, I mean, it is police. Because, like, if you just go to her Twitter or whatever, she just immediately posted that she did speak to police. So it's like, I mean, this is the most, I guess, Like, this section is the biggest one so far, right? The lies about physical abuse. And I mean, it's the longest, so maybe this is the most here, but I didn't get anything out of the first two. This is like the first one where I'm like, all right, maybe.
Into a notes app can be done at any time and is in no way, shape or form proof that something happened. The texts between us from that time reflect a totally different story that Alice has not included in her
I think his goal is to prove that it's mutual. Like, you could do that with 2 tweets, just pointing out like, hey, look, she said she kicked me and she said she slapped me. So, I mean, I think everybody knew this already.
Document, even though she provided an exact date of the day this had apparently taken place. Instead, Alice has fabricated a story entirely and has accused me of being physically abusive to hide the fact that she had been slapping, punching, and kicking me throughout.
Okay, but she hasn't hid this. This is all publicly available.
What's the name of the guy? Keemstar Orbiter, Nick Oreo, Mr. Oreo.
Chat.
All of this is completely moot because he has no proof of his own except vague texts, while she has him shizzing out with a brick on footage.
Yeah, that's the problem here. Is it's like, well, this is he said, she said, except he said, except she said she's got video of he saying that he's gonna bash her in the skull with a brick. So it's like, all right, that's fun, I guess. Is there anybody here who thinks that like Alex is? I don't even know what I would ask. This is just weird.
Relationship. Something that she had tried to hide from a document and has lied about on Twitter.
Yeah, does anybody here think that Alice is like tried to hide the fact that she's slapped and kicked him, despite the fact that, I mean, at least the slap is directly quoted in the document. I don't understand. This one message that she sent in September, way after the allegation, is saying, I didn't abuse him emotionally or physically. So I guess, like, you have a point here. But, like, so far, I feel like 80% of this video has just been him taking issue with tweets that she sent in September and not engaging with much of the stuff that was in the actual document.
Public.
He kicked her. Yeah, but, like, he's also claimed that she kicked him, right? That was something that came earlier.
Point has this story ever been
and I'm pretty sure I heard that last year.
Consistent, as Alice said that this happened.
Like, if you're talking about consistency would be identifying that, like, this was a fucking toxic relationship on both sides.
On the 4th day that we moved in with each other, in her document and in her notes.
Wait, whoa.
But then it texted me that it happened on the 2nd. And to be clear, the text messages from the 17th of October also show that this was not the case. Alice started to accuse me of
Keffel's tweet on Nicholas DeOrio.
Whoa! Whoa!
And in her notes app, but then it texted me that it happened on the 2nd.
You just gave me shit 24/7. No, I didn't. You dragged me the second day of living with you to the point where... Wait, you put hands on me and pushed me because I knew you'd just be mean to me?
And to be clear, the text messages from the...
No player. Hello, game.
17th of October or...
Wait, I'm so sorry, dude. You have these text messages?
Said that this happened on the 4th day that we moved in with each other in her document and in her notes app, but then it texted me that it happened.
Alex, bro, you have these text messages? Can you show me the part where you deny it? This is her saying, like, hey, by the way, you put hands on me and pushed me on the second day that I lived with you. And we don't get to see how you responded to this or any more details about this at all. We just get to go back in time and go, cook your sausage. Okay. Ding, Wi-Fi being bad. How did you respond to her calling you out? When did this happen in your relationship? While you were still dating her, I guess? Or is this post-dating? He can't do that? Like, that is such a weird tease of information.
On this was not the case.
And it's day 2, not day 4. No, he's claiming it didn't happen on either, right?
Alice started to accuse me of being physically abusive with her after I had asked her multiple
Okay, maybe I might have fucking clip chimped there.
Times to stop her constant physical attacks on me. Because these continued, I had asked to break up. The first time Alice ever mentioned...
How? Being abusive and saying sorry? What the fuck? Still doing it, by the way. I haven't been at all. Still, you have. I'm not fucking hearing this. You literally kicked me. No, man, you're insane. You dragged me. You covered my mouth. Oh god, no I haven't, go away, you headlocked me, what the fuck?
That this assault had apparently happened was when we were in an argument on the day we broke up, and I had told her...
Alright, so here he denies it.
...to leave the house. Alice accused me of grabbing her, and said she could prove that this had happened because she had...
You dragged me, you covered my mouth. Okay, this is the same screenshot. Okay, wait. You headlocked me, what the fuck? Oh, here. Don't you remember? I noted the date. Wait there. the 19th of October. What the actual fuck? You're insane. I'm done. Don't fucking come back. You dragged me on the floor when I was walking away. You're a crazy fucker. Literally you. What the fuck?
Written down the...
Wait, I'm sorry. Why did you date a woman who says this stuff to you? What? You kept dating her when she was making... we don't have any fucking timelines for this. Is this after or before they were dating? If they were dating and there's a woman who, let's say hypothetically, he's telling the truth, and she just started... Imagine you're dating somebody and you get into a minor argument and you go to bed and you wake up and they text you that you beat the shit out of them and dragged them across the floor and covered their mouth and put them in a headlock and tried to kill them. If you persist in that relationship after somebody sends you something so unhinged and untrue, I mean, at that point, you have to be asking for it, right? Where the fuck is the timeline on this? For his position to be true, and if this takes place during the relationship, he has to just keep going with this? There's no timeline. I have no idea where this comes from.
The date and her notes at, and then started to blackmail me.
Okay. Oh. Okay, we have a timeline. I'm sorry. I mean, I don't know where these screenshots are from, but I know where this screenshot is from. Putting your PC out. Okay, no. This isn't even part of the same conversation. Never mind. It's not. What the fuck? It does not lead to putting your PC out in the garage. I don't know. That's not even from the same conversation. And I'll post you being abusive then, so maybe don't. Maybe chill the fuck out for a day. I've had to cancel tomorrow. You've destroyed everything for what? Because I'm meant to do everything for you? Insane. Don't come back. I can't believe you actually left over cleaning the kitchen. Dude, this guy's more upset about her leaving over cleaning the kitchen than for her to post what he claims are completely fabricated abuse allegations to social media. He just doesn't reference the fact that this person is making up fucking tall tales about getting beaten in his house. He's more upset, like, the nature of the kitchen argument. This doesn't make any sense, dude. That's not how a person would react.
And threatened me that she would go to the police.
What the fuck? Reminding, as you've seen, to have forgotten how abusive you are and I forgave you. Man, stay the fuck away from you. You kicked me. You psychotic freak. I'm not fucking dealing with this. Keep going. It's adding to the report. You start shit today. What the fuck? You did. You started today. Leave me alone. I can't believe you actually left over cleaning the kitchen. Wait. Okay. This is the same. Oh, all right. I'm not putting it outside. It would be in the garage. Why would it want it here? You left. Fortnite. What do you want me to do? Leave it all alone. So what? You're coming back? And chill out. Think about the shit you do. What? In the garage. So you do that, and you'll have police at your door. What the fuck? What are you doing? It's you doing this, threatening me. All I've done is walk away. What the fuck? Not true at all. You're abusive, and you're still doing it. And saying you're putting my things outside, still going. Oh my god. Okay, I can't fucking deal with this. It's insane. I have no idea who's in the right in this screenshot now. I have literally no fucking idea. And he's acting like this is like a clear-cut thing. Right? Unless he's like conceding that he's also abusive. But even if they're both toxic and abusive, one of them has to be right here. They can't both be lying. Like, oh, they're just both abusive. The conversation ends. Okay, but is she lying about being beaten? Or is he gaslighting her? It really can only be one or the other. They can't both be lying in these conversations. Right? In this conversation, okay, it's toxic. I understand. Who's lying here?
Police and start calling me an abuser. I denied this ever happening.
Okay, you've dragged me. You've covered my mouth. Oh my god, no, I haven't. Oh, fuck, we read this already. What the fuck? Don't you remember? I know to the date. You're a crazy fucker. What the fuck?
And explained how it disturbed me that Alice...
What the fuck? Reminding you as you seem to have forgotten how abusive you are and I forgave you. Man, stay the fuck away. You kicked me. You psychotic. This is the same... Dude, it's the same text message in a different order. It's the same text message in a different order. It's the same text message in a fucking different order. Why are we... What the fuck, dude? What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck? Just leave it on the screen. Stop fucking changing the screen, dude. Okay. Alright. Leave me alone. I was minding my own business cleaning. You've just... Okay. It's the same text message.
Just trying to gaslight me into believing that this had taken...
He just keeps fucking changing the order of the messages.
Place. I had asked Alice not to come back to the house and that I would leave her stuff in the garage.
Yeah, I know you did. I know you're gonna put it in the garage. And then she said no, and then you said that don't come back. And it's the fucking same message again. It's the same message with red lines.
Because I wanted to break up.
I know what you said.
I didn't want her near me anymore.
No, I know.
She had been assaulting me and threatening me since we had started dating. When Alice had left the house,
I'm losing my mind watching this.
Finally thought I could escape our relationship and that
we're 14 minutes in. This hour 42-minute video is calling me.
Wouldn't have to see her again. This is when Alice...
It's the same screenshot with a different line. It's Sonic 2 with a line through it.
began to start blackmailing me and threatening me because I was asking her to stay away. Alice told me that she was going to come back. And
I get it.
She was only gone for a night. When I told Alice I didn't want her to come back, she accused me of physically abusing her. Alice
What's the name of the guy? Keemstar Orbiter. Nick Oreo. Mr. Oreo.
It's the same 3 screenshots again. I can't take it. It's the same 3.
And to report this lie to the police to stop me from trying to leave our relationship. I knew that now, if I tried to leave, Alice would accuse me of physically abusing her.
I know.
As she had used this to get me to back down from trying to end our relationship in this conversation. The false accusations and police threats were the final straw. I did not want to be blackmailed again into staying in our relationship. Alice continued...
Okay, so this is at the end of the relationship, I hope.
...to insist that I had assaulted her in our argument over text. As I've shown, we were completely fine on the 19th of October because this fight never took place. Alice has created this story because she had been threatening me for our entire relationship with ruining my life and career.
Okay, dude, I gotta ask. When did this start? When did your girlfriend start just making up reasons to attack you? And why did you stay with her? You don't even, like, none of the message he shows make it look like he's a fucking a slave.
Like he is using the same screenshots over and over again to make it seem like he has more proof than
he does. He's doing that. He's 100% doing that. He could just leave them on the screen. 100%. This is not a Jay Aubrey video. It's not an editing choice.
What's the name of the guy? Keemstar Orbiter.
My God,
Nick Oreo.
Oh my God.
Mr. Oreo.
We're gonna be here all night.
And she knew she could bully me into submission and control me with these accusations and threats. Alice had told me that she had recorded me during my...
Alex can't even make eye contact. He's reading off the script. But, I mean, that's okay. Who wouldn't be?
And when I'd react...
Oh God, he's ulting.
And threats. Alice had told me that she had recorded me during my manic episodes, and when I'd reacted to the constant threats and physical attacks in our relationship. Alice would threaten to post these videos when I tried to leave and when we argued. I felt that I had no choice but to stay when Alice threatened me. Alice's care...
Dude, I have to cut this into sections. I'm sorry to the fucking VOD watchers. This VOD is covering, if you want to know, it's covering up to like... Where are we? Hold on. This VOD is going to be up to... Where are the timestamps? We're doing police investigation, Alice tweets, lies about physical abuse, Alice assaulting me, emotional abuse, isolating me from friends, lying and manipulation. Is that...
DeOrio.
Yeah, that's probably there. At the hour mark of this video, it's a separate VOD. I can't post all... This is going to be a 4-hour video. It's not going to hit the algorithm. There's no way. I can't do it.
Carefully selected these screenshots to hide me denying the physical abuse and to paint a completely different story, which is untrue. In the full thread that Alice hasn't shown, I told Alice that I'd only tried to hug her, as I was not talking about grabbing Alice at all.
Okay, these are new screenshots? Goodbye, because you don't talk to me and I told you to calm down. You put hands on me because I was screaming. Maybe stop doing what you were doing. So I just said don't do it. Fuck off. That's all I said. Bye. Fucking excuses, asshole. That's not what I said. What the fuck? Bye. I didn't say that. See, this is why you should call me and not text. Wait, okay, dude. No. All right. You put hands on me. No, I didn't. I did not put hands on you is the correct answer. Not you should call me. These messages don't say what you say they say. Bye. I didn't see that. This is why you should call me and not text, because you can't talk properly on here. Or type fats enough. We're having 2 very different conversations. This sis is so stressful for no reason. It's so simple. I did stop. I was walking away. The only reason I started screaming is because you dragged me on the floor, idiot. I was trying to get away from you arguing with me. I was talking about hugging you. Okay, no. Okay. Nothing that is on the screen right now is saying what he is saying. I was talking about hugging you. Made it worse. Yes, all scream after this. Idiot. Scared me to shit. even with the new added context that we're getting here, he still doesn't say, I didn't do these things. Is there more?
Any point in the conversation that she has tried to misrepresent. And when we discuss this at a later date...
Okay, I had to stop you somehow. Goodbye. Because you said don't talk to me, and I told you to calm down. You put hands on me because I started screaming. Maybe stop doing what you were doing. I just said, okay. And now, oh God, now we're going back and forth between screenshots from Alex and screenshots from Alice. So the blue and the grays are flipping. Oh my God, dude. Oh my fucking God. Just use your screenshot, Alex. Oh no. That's not what I said. What the fuck? This is the same screenshot, but where the blues and the grays have flipped. This is literally the same screenshot, but they flipped it. Nick, Alex is saying he stayed with her because she threatened him with fake abuse and going public with it.
Yourself, Keffel's tweet.
Okay, no, Trop in. That's not true. That's not true.
Keffel's appreciated the shout out.
That's actually not true.
A lot of these arguments are copied and pasted, whole statements, screenshots, so it gets a little confusing.
No.
Is Dark Viper AU a virgin? No.
Trop, I'm coming back to you in a second, but
Why
thank you
would
so much for the
many people
donations.
be
I'll get there in a
Googling
second.
that?
You ask if he's gaslighting her or she's lying as he's gaslighting you with the text messages on the screen. Lol.
Nick, Alex is saying that he stayed with her because she threatened him with fake abuse and going public with it. No, Alex just said that because of this, he broke off with her. So, like, she does this, and then he ended the relationship, right? Is that not what he said? Am I misinterpreting this? That, like, this happened, and then he dumped her. I think that's what he just said. No? Hold on, I have to go back. 6:15 is where we're at.
Alice has carefully selected these threats. Had told me that she had recorded me during my submission and control me with these accusations in my life and career. And she knew she could bully me into submission and control me with these accusations and threats. Alice had told me that she had recorded me during my manic episodes and when I'd reacted to the constant threats and physical attacks in our relationship. Alice would threaten to post these videos when I tried to leave and when we argued. I felt that I had no choice but to stay when Alice threatened me. Alice has carefully selected these screenshots to hide me denying the physical abuse and to paint a completely different story, which is untrue. In the full thread that Alice hasn't shown, I told Alice that I'd only tried to hug her as I was not talking about grabbing Alice at all at any point in the conversation that she has tried to misrepresent. And when we discuss this at a later date, Alice says that I had hugged her and that I had walked away to avoid us fighting, which is not what she has tried to portray in her document at all. In one argument, Alice accused me of dragging
I have no idea, dude. Apparently this gets easier to understand later in the video. Hopefully.
Her again, to which I sent her a voice message where I told her that it didn't happen.
I'm so confused here, Alice. Like, this morning, I was just trying to talk to you normally. I tried to call you, tried to have a normal conversation, and you escalate it to this. I don't understand. I don't understand, like, why this? Why does it have to be this? Why couldn't you just let me talk to you, like, have just a normal...
This sounds like he hit you. Like, this is what hitting you sounds like. Is he gonna say that I didn't do this stuff?
normal conversation today? Why did you, like, do you want it to be this?
This sounds like I just hit you. Alex, this is the most I just hit you sounding thing you've ever said.
I don't want to fight you. I don't want to have fights with you. I don't want to have angry text messages with you. And I also don't want to be accused of doing stuff that I haven't done.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. He denies it. Holy shit. Dude, this is like 2 minutes in. This is the clip I needed to hear. What the fuck, dude?
Alice then mocked me because I brought up her slapping me. Alice texted me in response saying, "You're mad if you want to say I'd slap you," even though Alice has now...
He finally says it. Yeah, like that was finally it.
...admitted she slapped me in the document that she posted. In these texts, I said that Alice pushed me away and gave me shit 24/7 to the point where I didn't want to sleep in the same bed as her. At this point, we were sending messages at the exact same time. This makes it look like we were responding to each other, but we were sending these messages simultaneously, as shown in these screenshots. When I said that Alice can't go around screaming in our house, it was because it was attached to the message where I was explaining why I had started to sleep downstairs because she would punch, kick, and scream at me, so I'd been forced to sleep on the sofa. Because
Dude, why does he have a picture of him sleeping on his sofa? You drag me at the point where I didn't even want to sleep in the same bed as you. You put hands on me, pushed me.
Because she would punch, kick, and scream at me, so I'd been forced to sleep on the sofa. Because we lived in a rented house, I didn't want to be evicted because of the constant arguments and screaming when I...
Okay. I'm going to ask you the same thing I asked to Alice when I was watching her video. Why are you sleeping on the couch in your own home if when you guys first moved in together, she started beating you? Dude, I don't understand. I guess male domestic abuse, whatever. I can't ask that question, but dude, fucking, these relationships are weird.
I would sleep upstairs. Alice has cropped these messages intentionally to hide the entire context of this conversation. Alice has not only not shown these texts from when this apparent fight took place, but has now cut around messages to portray a story which is untrue. Alice hit me many times throughout our relationship, and this happened consistently from the moment that we started dating. Alice would use physical violence when I refused to do as she had asked, and this is something she admitted to in a conversation on Facebook Messenger. When I brought up that she had been assaulting me throughout our relationship, Alice responded by saying that any girl would have done the same.
No, that's not what this says, though. Hold on. What does this say? Alright, this isn't gonna make it right, and people are seeing you for you. And you said you slapped me yesterday. It was dreadful. Yes, I slapped your face one time. Name a girl who hasn't slapped a huge asshole. You said you slapped me. Have you lied to her? Okay, wait.
Assaulting me, and this is something she admitted to in a conversation on Facebook. Violence when I refused to do as she had asked, and this is something she admitted to in a conversation on Facebook. They shut around messages to portray a story which is untrue. Alice hit me many times throughout our relationship, and this happened consistently from the moment that we started dating. Alice would use physical violence when I refused to do as she had asked, and this is something she admitted to in a conversation on Facebook Messenger. When I brought...
This is just a straight up lie. This is straight up like, she beat me my entire relationship. Then the screenshot says, I slapped you one time. That's not what she said. The screenshot you showed does not say what you say it does.
Brought up that she had been assaulting me throughout our relationship, Alice responded by saying that any girl would have done the same.
That is such an absurd fucking read. Like, you just left out, you literally didn't underline the part where she said one time and then just made up the context. And I'm expected to believe that everything she said about you is all bad faith lies when you are literally doing this on screen right now.
Alice also went on to send me a message where she said that her kicking me was probably uncalled for. I messaged Alice about her assaulting me on Facebook after she had posted...
And again, I'm pretty sure the kick and the slap are already publicly known. There's no hiding it. One of which, or both, were in the document, right?
TikToks calling me an abuser and lied that I was on Clare's law and under a police investigation.
And again, lied about being in Clare's law is not substantiated. Lying about a police investigation is not substantiated.
I questioned why Alice was doing this when she had been physically assaulting me throughout our relationship. I told her because of this, I would have to defend myself because of the accusation.
Oh, okay, hold on.
Law and under a police investigation. I questioned why Alice was doing this when she had been physically assaulting me throughout our relationship.
Okay, hold on. I don't think that... Wait,
Police
what?
Investigation. I question...
Okay, like, you're trying to make it sound like I'm abusive to you or anything. Do you want me to explain it now? Why even say it? Because you're literally saying that she used to hit me. She used to hit me all the time. That's you. You say that. Why do you say that? I didn't. Do you know what kills me? Reading what you're sending. Why is that? Because I understood when we fought that there was other stuff going on, and I felt bad for you.
Questioned why Alice was doing this.
What? I understood when we fought there's this. I felt bad for you, for everything, and I saw your fight with your brother, and it broke me. All I ever had going on was you. Having to get in the way of you two. We know that it's not true, and it's really upsetting to me that we're going to pretend now. I don't even get to think about anything else in my life. I don't want to have this conversation if we can't be honest. This is really making me so incredibly sad. You've completely gone off topic, and I'm going to throw up.
This when she had been physically assaulting me.
It's complicated. I asked why I say it. There's a lot to talk about. Why even bring it up now if it's a joke? Like, why say I abused you like it was mutual? Why say it like a defense? Because one, I was being attacked. I saw it all, and I don't even buy them. You posted our text to social media publicly.
Me throughout our relationship.
You realize that you make shit up that puts you in more trouble. And I know you feel like it was right and okay. And look, I didn't message you about too, because I didn't want to fucking
I just
fight
saw
you,
Keffel's
Alice.
tweet
I don't want to fight. I'm in
on
tears now.
Nicholas
I'm not making this
DeOrio.
up. It's really
Keffels
fucked up.
appreciated the shout out.
This is really fucked up. I didn't punch you in the face, but, you know, you're threatening me here. I just want to talk. You've made me sound like I did.
I told her because
I wanted to explain to my friends what's going on. Like, please, I need a memory jog, clearly, because you had attacked me publicly. Please don't act like I just did this. You backed me into a corner. Then tell them the real reason why. Wait, this is so out of context. He's talking about the tweets. I didn't want to call. I told them they wouldn't go away because they kept posting. I tried so hard to go away. It broke up. What? Is this about me getting assaulted? I'm confused. No, this is about us and what you did to me. Do you want to talk about? I want you to leave me alone forever and stop trying to be civil with me and say shit behind my back. Saying I used to hit you is insane. I could sue you for that. I would have preferred to talk about all this since the start.
to sue me for suggesting that she had slapped me, which she later admitted to in her document. I messaged Alice about the time she had kicked me, which had led to me sleeping on the sofa and staying away from her to stop her from assaulting me. I retold this story on messages, and Alice replied saying she didn't just start kicking me randomly for no reason. Alice admits in these messages that she was kicking me because I had refused to put my shirt on, which is her reason for assaulting me. Alice responded with, "Yeah, that's pretty stupid," in response to me refusing to put my shirt on. This is...
Wait, what? I'm sorry I'm shaking. This is really traumatic, and I'm sorry if I'm not clear. This is not because of you. I'm sorry, you can't see this. This is covered by the fucking meme. Let me take him off the screen, too. Dude, it seems like he's straight up taking stuff about him complaining that she has gone public and posting publicly fucking available TikToks and stuff. And he's equating this to some deep conversation about, like, continued domestic abuse over the course of their entire relationship. And it sounds like, to me, he kicked her on this night. Oh, sorry, she kicked him on this night and she slapped him in the face. I don't think he's even given an example so far, other than the two that we already knew about publicly. This is so weird. The bottom message is her asking about what he did. That's important. For talking about the shit that you did. Yeah, it's so obvious that the nature of this conversation is related to, like, the social media aspect to this, not like a physical violence aspect.
With, "Yeah, that's pretty stupid," in response to me refusing to put my shirt on. This is because I had a skin condition that Alice was aware of. I said it was stupid at the time because I regretted not just doing as Alice had asked, as it would have avoided her assaulting me, and we wouldn't have ended up arguing. We had also texted about this exact situation.
He's describing everything as in, like, this is proof that there was a continued domestic abuse issue, and he has not substantiated that at all this entire fucking video.